Good morning, good morning. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. I'm coming to you live from no, this is recorded because Facebook is deleting everything after 30 days. So I decided to start uploading to YouTube Shorts. And when I have enough viewers, I'll be able to do YouTube Live. So please join me. I'm talking today about Ehlers-Danlos and the Ehlers-Danlos tax. You didn't know we were taxed, did you? Well, you've heard of the period tax. Well, I'm here to tell you that any of us diagnosed with EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, it's a connective tissue disorder. If you've been diagnosed, you know all about it. It probably took you at least 10, 20, 30 years to get diagnosed. Before that, doctors just kind of went, even though all the symptoms are real and they're life disrupting. They're total disruptors to your life. And it's only through tremendous tenacity and determination that a person will just choose to keep going, putting one foot in front of the other without having any answers. I was diagnosed at 52. And really, by that time, I'd already pretty much figured out how to live with it. But it did feel good to find out that all the physicians who had dismissed my concerns and what's going on and what can I do to help myself, who, after being dismissed for 40 years, there was some, okay, yeah, I can believe in me, I can trust myself, I can trust my gut. And I don't know how people who aren't in the medical field can even handle it. I'm an RN, and I was since 1984. So yeah, but you know, brand new RNs, when you're coming out at school, you have so much to learn. And so when a doctor tells you, oh, it's nothing, just take some Advil, don't ride motorcycles, that you shouldn't even be riding motorcycles. Yeah, that just when your back hurts and you get a fever after riding a motorcycle and you don't have any infection, just quit riding motorcycles. Wow. I don't think they would tell that to an 18-year-old guy, but they told me that. Okay, enough about that, because now nothing can change. The past is done and over with. I can just move forward with courage toward the future. And what I do, I have to pay my EDS tax. That means if you find yourself out of town and you have to stay unexpectedly, you didn't pack for the trip or anything, just to manage the night, just to get through the next 24 hours, which includes sleeping, you have to have a heating pad. If you don't, I want to know your secret, because I've lived with one every night and sometimes half the day since my 20s. Okay, it's just, you know, I should keep one in my car. So this one is a real cheap one because I have two more at home. My old standby, my old trusty one, is dead and gone. It's the Thermofor. I've had two in my life. They last a long time, but they don't last forever. This one's going to stay in my car. It's going to stay in a kit. I'm going to call it the essential kit for when you get caught unaware out of town. I won't have to keep buying this. I slept on it last night. Of course, it doesn't have the safety features, so you have to turn it off before you go to sleep. Alrighty. Toothpaste and toothbrush. Ice pack. This is going in my essential kit because you can. Not every hotel has a freezer section. This one does, but then you've got to wait for your ice pack. This one you just fill with ice, and you can put a little towel over it because it does tend to get a little moist or a little wet. So you can put an ice pack. Then you have moist cold, or anytime you have moist cold or moist heat, it actually works better. This is where I usually need, if I can sometimes fend off an impending headache, but if I have a doozy of a headache, I definitely have to have that ice. All right, and this is not essential for everybody, but those of you who know that one of my main distractors from pain is playing Mahjong, this is my mini Mahjong mat. And here's my mini Mahjong tile set. So that goes in my essential bag. Because guess what? If it hadn't been in here, an umbrella, a mini one, a book, in my case it's The Red Dragon in the West Wind by Tom Sloper, some hydration. This is some sugarless gum that doesn't have any chemicals in it. Of course, you got to have your Miles bag in case you meet up with a friend and you want to share one of your trademark trinkets. Let's see, mine are, if I've got one here, mine are frogs in honor of Froggy Bottom, the song that I will forever claim as my favorite, one of my favorite. I've got a couple now, so I have to split the difference. So if I find someone who plays and they win, I give them one of my trinkets. I can even give it to them if they don't win, but a lot of times they do. So, let's see, what else is in here? Now today I'm going to have a medical procedure, so she told me to take 4 Advil. That's another tax. A lot of times we don't want to go under anesthesia, so we got the pain tax. So she said take 4 Advil an hour before my procedure. And I've had this procedure before and it's extremely painful. So I would call that a tax. Not everybody has to do their procedures without anesthesia. And again, I mean, I can have anesthesia, but I don't really want to risk what they might do to my neck while I'm asleep, okay? Because it's that brittle. All right, so these are the things I had to buy after leaving the house because I didn't know I was going to stay. It wasn't a lot, but let's say this was $6.95, $1.97, and $18.98. And I had to get another outfit. I found something on sale, a cute little dress, just a summer little dress. I found at Walmart. All this came from Walmart. Not trying to promote Walmart, it's just that it was a block away. So it turned out to be convenient. And I will log off here and join me in my next video. We're gonna do toss some tiles. See you later.